We're going backwards. Aren't we supposed to be going forwards as an intelligent species? It doesn't take a genius, does it? So what I've always found fascinating, but sadly very, very dark and disturbing about the human species is that we'll make sure we make it difficult for ourselves when it comes to things that we actually can't help needing. So we'll put barriers in front of the very things that we can't help. And we'll throw in a bit of cruelty for good measure. Examples. Well, you need the toilet, do you? Well, I'll tell you what we'll do. The answer's no. Can't help it, can you? Is it a natural thing? Yes, a natural need. Can't really help it. I really need to go to the toilet right now. Well, no, I'm sorry. I'm afraid not. And if you stand up in front of class or at work, we'll make you feel like you are the problem. Everyone will stare at you. You're the one that's disrupted the class. You're the one that now means the department won't make its targets because you needed to go to the toilet for like 2 minutes. I mean, seriously, can't be having that now, can we? And what we'll do is we'll incorporate that into the rules and regulations of society. How dare you need the toilet? I mean, really. And then what we'll do is you need food. Well, I'll tell you what we'll do is we'll make that really difficult for you to buy as well. Yeah, I mean, it just keeps you alive, doesn't it? That's all it does. It just keeps you alive, gives you the energy that you need to continue your slavery. And then what we'll do is that after you've sweated your balls off for all of the whole day, we'll make sure that you can't bath either. You need water, do you? Or you're going to have to pay for that. You can't have that for nothing. Oh, no. We know you need it. We know it's the natural traits of a human being to need food, shelter, water. But what we'll do is that we'll make that really, really difficult. And over the years that you've been working and dedicating and giving all of your energy away and sacrifices for what you'd really like to do in life, we'll make sure you get nothing at the end. Yes. And when you do finally get a bit of money, what we'll do is you'll be so old, you won't be able to do anything with it. You just won't be able to enjoy yourself because the best days of your life are for us. Yes, they're for the big I ams at the top. Now, we all know that none of it makes sense, but yet here we find ourselves doing it. Because what else can you do? Because if we don't join in, we're left out. And so, isn't that a wonderful way to get rid of quite a bit of the population? Just stress them out to kingdom come. So we now create mental health issues all over the place, in every country, funny enough. Slightly different in how they do things, but same agenda. It's all there. There isn't a single person that isn't stretched beyond breaking point. And then on top of that, what we'll do is we will humiliate you by stopping you from having all the things that you can't help need. I've never known a species like it, because clearly we're not stupid. And it wouldn't make sense to do this. It's nonsensical. It doesn't last. It's unresourceful. So it begs the question, why? Why are people going through this? Why are people tormented from birth till departing? I don't like the word death. It changes your whole perception and how you see things. I never say that. It's passing. You are ascending. You're not dead. You're far from it. That's what they want you to believe. But you're not dead. Oh, no, you're not dead. Just disconnected. Just disconnected, you know? You spend your whole life realizing they're just selling you a bullshit story that never comes to pass. And that will be for every generation. Every generation. When you think you're in the midst of it all and it's your time and you own the world, you really think you're going to have changes. Just like they told everybody in the 60s and 70s. We'd have great civilizations. We'd have great towns and villages. Everything would be brand new, state of the art, great infrastructure, no worries, no stress. You'll earn more. Yeah, they've been dangling that carrot since before I was even born. And it will be the same with today's generation. When you finally grow up and your mind matures, and then you realize that you've been had, in comes the extra mental health now, because you can't turn it around. You can't turn it back. You can't turn it back, and you can't get the years back that you gave. And what's worse is that your mind wasn't free. You got fed a whole heap of crap, and you believed it. And now they'll happily show you, oh, what that? Yeah, yeah. I don't know what you believe that for. That they'll tell you you're stupid. That's what they'll do. They'll turn around and tell you should have seen that coming. And in actual fact, if you read the Book of Tyranny, you'll see that we were given some chances to say, hey, listen, that's taking the piss. That is outright taking the effing piss. And, oh, but you know what? You've given me a comfortable enough life. Yeah, I could just get my ass to work, and I'm just about got the car, and I'm just about paying for the house. That's not too bad. And you talk yourself out of it. Like you've been given a great hand. It's a shit hand. It's a shit hand. No matter how rich or poor any of us are, the hand is shit because it's not the hand of who you truly are. You're fed an idea of how humans are supposed to be. And that idea changes for the hierarchy when it suits them. That's just it. That's just it. None of us are living our real true lives. And you won't until you pass from here. Then you'll truly be living. But everybody is fed, this is where it's at. So you might as well be as brutal and as ruthless as you can, because you'll be dead soon. No, there's no death. There's no death. There's just what you do in this life is gonna have a lot to do with what you experience when you depart from here. But you have to be a spiritual warrior. You have to be a spiritual seeker, a soul seeker. You have to be interested in yourself and understand that you are more than what society puts you as. So you can forget your house number and your street that you live down and your postcode. That ain't you. That ain't you. It was never you. I don't fight over that shit. I say to people, fucking have it. Have it. Have it. The whole idea of the game is that they've got you scrapping for it all. And there's you wanting it. All of the filth off the floor, the detritus, broken. Don't chase that. The whole idea is you're not free until you realize you don't need to keep chasing that, because it's a never ending cycle. It just doesn't end. It's just you continuously, I need to have, I've got to have, and we continuously consume. Yeah. What happens when the Tesla is run out of fashion? The novelty's worn off. What then? You see, people rushing, and if you keep feeding people that, people are quite happy. They'll walk away quiet. You see? That's why it's the people that have had nothing that can see the wood through the trees. Yeah? They can see it because they've been there their whole lives and they've seen it. We know it. And it doesn't change. You can just gloss that up as much as you can. It's not going to change nothing. It's just apple pie, beautiful apple pie doused in shite is what it is. What we call in England shit and sugar, if you've ever heard of that phrase. So it's always, the reason why I do this page is because human behavior fascinates me no end. I have to say and be fascinated by it, because otherwise it's so dark and so grim. You see it for what it truly is. So you have to have a sense of humor. But once you've seen it, you can't unsee it. So look around and watch how we are deteriorating, because when somebody says to you, you have no right to go to the toilet, right? Come on. Just come on. And on that note, I hope you have a wonderful day. And if my content is insightful and exciting or interesting, do like and follow. And on that note, I'm going out to the beach because I've literally had enough. So on that note, my darlings, be safe. Have a wonderful day. And as always, Jah love.